Alrighty, now let's look at this question. We need to organize ML flow runs so that each configuration run is nested under the tuning session. Option A says enable Databricks auto logging before starting the runs. Auto logging doesn't control run testing for manual tracking. It's incorrect. If you want the PDF version of this course, please enroll in Diamond membership or above by clicking the join button now, then select the Diamond tab. Once enrolled in Diamond membership, please connect and inbox me on LinkedIn at the rate of Cloud Guru Amit or Instagram at the rate of Amit Physique. I'll be glad to help you out with the PDF version of this course, including hands-on files when available. Option B says use nested equal to true when launching each configuration run. Setting nested equal to true on each configuration run links it under the tuning session. Let's keep this. We'll move to option C. C says start each configuration run inside the parent runs indented code block using mlflow.start run function. Code indentation doesn't stabilize parent-child relationship in MLflow. Hence incorrect. Let's move to option D. D says assign the same experiment ID to all configuration runs. Using the same experiment ID groups runs but doesn't nest them. Therefore, wrong answer. We'll lock option B as the correct choice. Alrighty, now let's look at this question. We need to find the difference between the sklearn decision tree and SparkML decision tree. Option A says SparkML decision trees evaluate every feature during splitting. SparkML doesn't evaluate all features for each split. Hence incorrect. Option B says SparkML decision trees remove overfit branches automatically. SparkML doesn't auto-prune trees during training. Wrong choice. Let's move to option C. C says SparkML decision trees consider more split options during splitting. SparkML limits split candidates using binning, not expansion. We'll delete this. Let's move to option D. D says SparkML decision trees use binned feature values as split candidates. SparkML uses binned values which affect split behavior and leads to different results. That being said, option D is the right answer. Okay, now let's look at this question. Option E says logistic regression. Logistic regression is a classification method not used for solving linear regression. Incorrect. Option B says SparkML cannot scale linear regression training. SparkML supports scalable training for linear regression. Wrong answer. We'll move to option C. C says iterative optimization. Iterative optimization enables distributed training across large datasets. Let's keep it. Option D says least squares method. Least squares is a part of matrix decomposition which doesn't scale well in SparkML. We'll delete this. We'll lock option C, iterative optimization, as the right answer. Alrighty, we have a brainstorming question where we need to merge both models into a unified solution for deployment. Option A says bootstrap aggregation. Bootstrap aggregation uses sampling, not conditional model merging. Hence incorrect. Option B says support vector machines. Support vector machines are individual classifiers, not model combinations. Wrong answer. We'll move to now C. C says bucketing. Bucketing separates data but doesn't combine models. We'll delete this. Let's move to the last option. It says ensemble learning. Ensemble learning merges multiple models into one solution. We'll lock option D, ensemble learning as the right choice. Alright, now this question will test your concepts on the coding part. Option A, if we look, converts a distributed data frame into a pandas style Spark data frame for scalable analysis. Let's keep it. Option B converts to a local pandas data frame, which isn't suited for large scale distributed data. Incorrect. Let's move to option C. C says infra df.export SQL function. So export SQL is unrelated to pandas style operation. Wrong answer. Let's now move to the last option. pd.dataframe doesn't accept distributed Spark data frames. What we need. D is wrong. We'll lock option A as the right choice. Alright, now let's look at this question. So this is all about Spark ML estimator. Option A says an estimator is a configuration grid used to train models. A configuration grid is used for tuning, not for defining estimators. Wrong answer. We'll move to now B. Option B says an estimator links multiple steps to define a machine learning pipeline. Pipelines may include estimators, but chaining steps isn't the role of an estimator. Wrong choice. Let's move to option C. C says an estimator is a fitted model that transforms input data into predictions. A fitted model is a transformer, not an estimator. We'll delete this. We'll move to now option D. D says an estimator is a learning algorithm that fits on input data and returns a transformer. Estimators learn from data and produce transformers for downstream tasks. That being said, option D is the right choice. Alrighty, now let's tackle this question. Option A says apply in pandas. So this enables grouped execution of a custom function using the pandas style API with schema enforcement. Let's keep it. Option B says map in pandas. Map in pandas doesn't support grouped data frame operations. Wrong answer. We'll move to now option C. C says predict. Predict assumes a fitted model, not a function applied across groups. Wrong choice. Option D says build model. Calling a function alone doesn't apply it to grouped data. Therefore, wrong choice. We'll lock option E, apply in pandas, as the right answer. Alright, now let's look at this. This is all about computing RMSE, that is root mean squared error, from load_df. Option A, if you look, binary classification evaluator is meant for classification task, not regression matrix. What we need as per the question, right? Built a linear regression model. So incorrect. Now option B, if we look, summarizer is used for statistical summaries, not model evolution. Incorrect. Let's now move to option C. Option C, regression evaluator supports RMSE calculations for regression models. Let's keep it. Option D, if we look, combining evaluators and summarizers is not a valid syntax or approach. This option is invalid. Option D is invalid. We'll lock option C as the right choice. Alright, now let's tackle this question, which is all about supporting distributed feature engineering in the setup without using a UDF or pandas function API. Option E says pandas. Pandas operate on local memory and doesn't scale across clusters. Incorrect. Option B says PyTorch. PyTorch is used for deep learning, not for distributed feature transformations. Wrong choice. Let's now move to option C. C says Spark ML. Spark ML supports scalable feature engineering without UDFs or Pandas API. Let's keep it. Option D says scikit-learn. Scikit-learn runs on a single machine and lacks built-in distributed processing. We'll delete this. We'll lock option C. Spark ML is the right answer. Okay, now we will tackle a question which is all about completing the model training successfully. So, what change should we do as per the question? Option A says they must apply the transform method to usage DF. Usage DF is here. So, applying transform doesn't resolve input format issues. Hence, incorrect. Let's move to option B. B says they must convert the metric column into a vector. Spark ML requires the input features to be in a vector format. So this looks good for now. Option C says no changes are required. The model cannot train unless the feature column is properly formatted. So no changes is definitely wrong, right? Since the question is itself is asking for a change, what change must be? So no change is just a distractor. Option D says they must use a pipeline to fit the model. Pipelines help organize steps, but doesn't fix feature formatting. Wrong answer. We'll lock option B as the correct choice. If you want the PDF version of this course, please enroll in Diamond membership or above by clicking the join button now. Once enrolled, please connect and inbox me on LinkedIn at the rate of Cloud Guru Amit or Instagram at the rate of Amit Physique. I'll be glad to help you out with the PDF version of this course, including hands-on files if any, when available. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want the PDF version of this course, please enroll in Diamond membership or above by clicking the join button now, then select the Diamond tab. Once enrolled in Diamond membership, please connect and inbox me on LinkedIn at the rate of Cloud Guru Amit or Instagram at the rate of Amit Physique. I'll be glad to help you out with the PDF version of this course, including hands-on files when available. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet in next part.